Mr. Birling. Mr. Birling is a successful businessman who has been active in local politics and has had the honour of being Lord Mayor. He is a magistrate and has hopes of being given a knighthood which will make him socially closer to Sir George and Lady Croft. He is described as a heavy-looking, rather portentous man. His size perhaps helps to give him the threatening appearance suggested by that description. He is self-confident, but his upbringing makes him less socially aware and gracious than either his wife or Gerald Croft. He sees the engagement of Gerald and Sheila as being good for business, and later it is business interests which most affect his attitude to Eric's theft of money from him. His view of his own importance leads him to try to use his social status to intimidate the inspector, to try to impose his will and authority on Eric and Sheila, and finally to be concerned about the effect of a scandal on his chances of a knighthood. It is central to the play that his attitude, that a man has to mind his own business and look after his own, is discredited by the confessions that the inspector draws out. He does not change his views or attitudes over the course of the play. Though he reveals more of his contempt for weakness and his anger at the foolish behaviours of others, he cannot see what his actions towards the girl were wrong, and we feel that if the events were repeated he would still feel justified in sacking the girl. He feels this was, and still is, the right attitude for a man of business. He sees nothing strange in wanting to protect Sheila from the unpleasantness of the girl's life and death, yet feels no guilt at not having protected the girl herself. After the inspector has gone, he simply wants things to return to the way they were. He cannot understand Sheila's and Eric's insistence that there is something to be learnt, and he is relieved and triumphant when he feels that scandal has been avoided and everything is all right. Despite his self-centred and unrepentant attitude, it is possible to feel some sympathy for him at the end of the play, when his relief that the incident is over and done with is shattered by the telephone call. Perhaps we can feel this because Priestley lets us see someone who is so blindly wrong and never as really in control of events as he would like himself and others to think. Overall, he is a wealthy businessman involved in local politics. He is pompous, self-important, unsophisticated, and a